Picture this. You wake up in your backyard, but something's wrong. The grass is taller than buildings, raindrops look like crystal boulders, and suddenly, an ant is charging toward you like a rhino. Congratulations, you've been shrunk down to the size of an ant. Now here's the big question. Could you actually survive in this terrifying, oversized world? Or would you become a snack before the day is over? Let's find out. Okay, let's talk science for a second. When you shrink down, your body mass decreases way faster than your muscle power. That means, pound for pound, you'd suddenly be ridiculously strong. Imagine lifting something 10 or even 20 times your body weight. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's basically your new superpower. But before you get too excited, there's a catch. The world doesn't shrink with you. Gravity, water, air, predators, they're all the same size. And you're just a tiny speck in a giant world. So yes, you could lift a rock the size of your body. But if a breeze comes along, you're toast. What feels like a gentle wind to us would throw you across the yard like you're in a hurricane. Now let's say you want to get from point A to point B. Normally, crossing your backyard takes maybe 30 seconds. At ant size, that's like trekking across the Sahara Desert. Every blade of grass is a towering tree. And remember, you've just lost your big human legs. Covering even a few feet would feel like climbing mountains and crawling through jungles. So survival rule number 1, conserve your energy. You're not running marathons anymore. You're navigating an endless alien landscape where every step could be your last. Okay, let's talk about your basic needs, food and water. The good news is at your new size, food is everywhere. A single crumb of bread is like a giant loaf. A blueberry? That's a feast for days. You'd never go hungry. But water, that is another story. You can't exactly drink from a glass anymore. One single raindrop is like a massive balloon ready to crush you. If you tried to drink from it directly, you could literally drown. Your best bet? Tiny dewdrops clinging to grass. Just one could keep you hydrated for hours. All right, here's where things get nasty. At ant size, everything is a predator. Spiders, their webs are massive nets stretched across your path. You wouldn't even see the threads until you're stuck, waiting to be wrapped up like a burrito. Bees and wasps, to them, you're trespassing. A single sting at your size? That's like being hit by a spear dipped in venom. Birds, you're not a human anymore. You're just moving protein. And birds eat thousands of bugs a day. Other ants, remember, ants are territorial. You're not part of their colony. To them, you're an invader. And those powerful jaws? Imagine being crushed by bear traps. Rainstorms become floods. Puddles are lakes. So could you actually find safety? Your best option would be to find shelter under a leaf, inside a hollow twig, or maybe in the cracks of soil. That way you're shielded from predators and weather. But it's not perfect. Ants could still find you. Spiders could sneak in. And the temperature would swing wildly, scorching hot in the day, freezing cold at night. Even something as small as a sudden breeze could knock over your house and leave you exposed again. Okay, let's say you're smart. What's the best way to survive? Stay low and hidden. Every second out in the open is a gamble. Stick near food sources, fallen fruit, crumbs, maybe even an anthill stash. Avoid predators at all costs. You can't fight. You can only hide. And most importantly, team up with ants. Sounds crazy, right? But ants are incredibly social. If you somehow manage to blend in, maybe stealing some of their scent, you might just survive longer under their protection. But if they find out you're not one of them, game over. So, let's answer the big question. Could you survive at the size of an ant? The truth is, not for long. Sure, you'd have super strength. Sure, food would be endless. But predators, weather, and just plain bad luck would be against you every single second. If you were smart, cautious, and extremely lucky, you might last a few days. But a week? That's pushing it. And long-term survival? Almost impossible. So next time you see an ant carrying a crumb 10 times its size, just remember, they're not weak little bugs. They're survivors, living in a world that would crush us in seconds. So what do you think? If you shrank down to the size of an ant, what's the very first thing you'd do? Would you try to explore, find food, or hide from predators? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want more epic survival scenarios just like this, hit that subscribe button and join the adventure. This is Great Survivor. Until next time, stay alive.